In this video, I'm going to show you how industry experts find the best investment properties using Rightmove. I'm going to give you some tools that are going to make it crystal clear on what is a good investment and a bad investment. And by the end of this video, you should know how to successfully find the best deals in your local area. Okay, so a couple of quick tools first and foremost is to make sure that you have a property log extension installed on your Chrome browser. This is going to bring up the house prices within your area and how much they listed at, and also when they reduce down. It's a great way to spot opportunities of motivated sellers. So let's just dive into, we'll do my local area, Newcastle, and we'll go for sale. Let's just keep this not too wide, so we'll go 100k to 150k, and we'll choose 2 to 4 bedrooms. So typically good properties for SAs, potential HMOs as well, and normally good BRRs as well. So you'll see here this blue box. This is the property log extension, so it shows you when the property came onto the market initially, how long it's been on, and if there's been any reductions or subsequently any increases as well, which we've seen of late. So what we then want to do is go to oldest listed first. So what we're trying to see here is basically, what motivated sellers that have been on the market a while. Now you might get, if we go down here, let's just see if there's any that kind of stand out. So May 2020. So they have been still changing the prices on that, so that's fine. Sometimes you'll get like one that's been on there for like 2005 or something daft like that. That's probably just a listing that hasn't come off and has just got lost. So don't pay too much attention about them. But what we want to be doing is just having to scroll through. So what I look for really is, I say my granny's house. So things that remind me of a grand's house, green carpets, walls, old brown kitchens, stuff that needs modernising. That's where we're looking to add value on these properties. Or I'm looking for a floor plate where I can potentially turn it into a HMO with lots of bedrooms, maybe 2 lounges that we can convert one of those lounges into an ensuite bedroom. So many different things that we're looking for. Let's just have a scroll. So here, nothing jumping out. This here, let's have a look at this. Maybe. So we've got a 2-bed flat. The reason it's popped out at me is the red carpet and the sort of leather sofas, which is a very old-fashioned way of decorating your house. You see there we've got the green carpets here and the green chairs. So this is good. Let's have a little look at this. You'll see this property data extensions popped up as well. So I pay for this. This is a subscription. Once the data fills in here, you'll see why it's sometimes beneficial. So this has been on the market since 2018. There's been no price changes since 22nd the 9th 2018. So for me, is this really a property that's advertised? Probably not, but could be worth a phone call. So let's just go into, let's go back here and just have a quick flick through. So we're just looking for good opportunities. See where we're in, Ellesmere Road. Let's have a look. Now with opportunity is different for everybody. So for me, it's can I make a load of money out of it, cash flow with an SA? That might mean I just want to buy a property that we can move straight into. However, typically I tend to buy stuff where we can refurbish them and then you can pull your money back out. And I go over this in another video of ours of why you should buy older stock versus the new build stock in another video on the channel, so check that out. But really I'm looking to uplift value on property. So let's have a look at this one. You can see here this looks like a good one. So let's just dive into this. So we'll see here, let's just have a look at the pictures. We've got very dated sort of kitchen, brown. If you're a betting person, there'd be an older person probably living in this property. Got a video, so we've got this. So we're looking at that. We've got the sort of the wood chip type wallpaper here. Be wary when you peel that off. You tend to need a lot of plaster afterwards because it sticks on big. We've got some different coloured rooms. Every room's a different colour. We've got a dated bathroom. Okay, so this has potential as long as we can acquire it at the right price. So it's on for 129,950. Now you'll see here the data for that. It's saying the average in the area is 102. You can click on here and it'll show you the comparables and various other data here. This for me is not always 100% accurate, so I like to do it a different way, which is come all the way down to here and you'll see market information. We can also see what it actually sold for. Okay, so go to nearby sold prices and also market information. Now for sale we've got 175 grand, we've got 130 grand, we've got 155 grand, 136, 136. So that's probably what the market is selling for at the minute. Now valuers, if you're looking to do the BRR strategy, then valuers will be looking at data that has sold, so not what's for sale but what have they sold for, and typically they will also knock you down on that price slightly as well. So don't always put a bit of room in there that the value is going to knock you down for having it as a buy to let. Let's just have a look. But you can see here these have sold. So I prefer to look at this tab. So this gives you the exact street, which is here, and we can then narrow it down. So this is a semi-detached, so you might go semi-detached and just filter it down. We've got 6 properties. So you can see here it goes in date order. So the last one sold was 2018, 91,500, 2017, 90,000. So if we click on that one, it will bring up the old listing. So you can see there, that was the sale history, 96, 2009, 2018, as it's gone up in price. Last one was 91,500. We can have a quick look through the photographs to see what condition it was in. So this is actually a lot more modernized than the one we've just looked at. Similar sort of floor plate. So, really we'd want to be looking like for like pricing. Now, 2018, 3 years on, is there a, where are we at with this one, 112,000 to, is there a 20 grand difference in the price? Possibly, but I would say that that's probably market price. Based on this, obviously, what's up for sale, this kind of kicks it out. This 130 I'm interested in because it's probably the nearest to that 112. So if we just dig a bit into this 131 and also the 136, then we can have a look at, what do they look like inside and how big are they? So it probably looks a tiny bit smaller than the one we've looked at. This one is starting to look the same. It looks the same from the outside. Looks fairly similar inside. Similar. This is actually probably another opportunity that we can look at, but as you can see, this is on for a lot more. So that's probably the same as 136. Now you'll see here it hasn't sold at that price. So just because it's on for that doesn't mean it's been on since June, July, and it's now, they've reduced it last month in October, and they've still not sold it. Now in this market, the way the market's been, it's been hot. So if your property's priced right, it's been selling. So that would say to me that this is overpriced. I do see it around this property data number around the 119, 120, but that's done up. Okay, so that's this place refurbished, done up is worth not the 2-bed flat, the 3-bed that we were looking at is worth 120 done up. Now they're wanting to sell it for 112, and let's find the listing. Got too many open here again. Yeah, this is the listing here. So 130 grand they're wanting to sell this for. So for me, it's not worth that. So this shows how we went down a rabbit hole. We thought there was an opportunity, and there's not. But it doesn't necessarily mean that we'll walk away from that opportunity. This property isn't selling. It's been on the market a while. It's telling us, the data's telling us that. So I would still book a viewing, and then I would go make an offer. It's really important that you make offers on all the properties that you view, no matter what the value is, because it puts you in the chain, and then if the deal falls through, they'll give you a call back. That is another top tip on what you should be doing once you've actually viewed these properties. So that's one way. Another way that we can look for opportunity is, as I said before, the floor plates. So let's just have a look at a couple of these. I want to try and find some floor plates potentially for HMOs. So let's have a look at this one. We'll have a look at this one. Okay, so we've got a few here. So some of the listings will have maps. No floor plan, you see there. No floor plan. Come on. No floor plan. No floor plan. Okay, so we totally bombed out there. That doesn't put us off. We keep searching. This is property, you know. You only fail when you quit. So we continue to go. This one here has had a lot of price changes. That would suggest to me that they're keen to sell. We'll open that one. We'll just open a few more of these, see if we can get some floor plans. Oh, here we go. So, floor plan. So what we've got here, we've got bedroom, 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 bathroom, we've got roof storage, we've got living room, and we have a kitchen. So we've got 2 rooms here. Now let's just have a quick look at the photographs. Okay, so that kitchen and living room join onto one another. Quite a tight space, but you could make something out of that. Got that. Okay, so it looks quite compact. They have actually got a bedroom in that loft area there, but I assume they haven't got building regs, and that's why they can't say that it is a bedroom. But that does create another space. So if we go back to the floor plan here, so 3-bed asking price. Now, if we can turn this into a HMO, make it look like a HMO, and I don't just mean turn the living room and kitchen into a new bedroom. You know, we have to physically make this look like a HMO. Probably put in, you know, if we were going to do maybe a 5, so we've got 1 bedroom here, 1 here, 1 here. That we need to check to make sure the floor space is right. We would create a bedroom in here, and then we've got a bedroom here, but we'd need to probably get 4 en suites in these. So have we got the room to do that? Probably not. This one might be a bit tight, but we can certainly look at it. That's where we'd speak to you know, our architects, and we would find out what we can and can't do with the floor plate. But if we could turn this into a HMO, then we can start getting a commercial valuation, which will uplift the value of the house, and therefore we can pull our money back out, and with that money we can then go and invest in more property. And for me, that's how I've built my portfolio, and just continued to recycle that money, looking at opportunities like this. How can I acquire a property that I can cash flow, HMO, buy-to-let, or serviced accommodation, and then how can I get that money back out of the deal so I can then go and buy another property? And for me, that is the number one strategy. And all we got to do is just continue to keep searching for stuff like this, keep viewing them, and keep making offers on them. And if you do enough of that, I guarantee you will eventually get some deals accepted, and the deals will fall in line with the valuations that we're needing. You know, if for example this is a normal BRR deal, 130k, let's say, you know, it's saying here that the average is 140, you could probably spend 10 grand on this, putting in a new kitchen, and tidying up, you know, all the walls, putting some new carpets in, putting a new bathroom in, and you'd get the uplift of 140k. The problem with that is there's no money in the development project there. So what we really want is probably about a 115 purchase price. Spend 10 on it, get it uplifted to 140, and you'll pull out a good chunk of your money. You will leave some money in, but then you can high cash flow strategy. Property like this, great area, and we could run this on service accommodation, for example. Probably pull in somewhere around £2,500 to £3,000 a month on average, and with a 3-bed that maybe sleeps 8, or as we said earlier, we could potentially turn it into a 5-bed, and you know, it could potentially sleep more people, which would bring in, you know, enough revenue to bring the money back out. But plenty of videos on how we do that. That's how I use Rightmove to find deals, and that's how you can now use it going forward. So in summary, step 1, make sure you've got property log on your computer. That's going to give you the data. If you want to go one step further, get property data as well. 2 great tools there. Go searching for your granny's house on an oldest listed segment. So make sure you select oldest listed first. Be looking for floor plans. Have a look and see how you can change things. Make sure you use previous sold prices and what's currently for sale to kind of give you an idea of if there's any sort of value in that property. And you know, the next step is get those viewings booked, get on them, and make those offers. Now that you know how to find good properties, you also need to know the mistakes that wreck people's income and how to avoid them.